I came from Cuba when I was 10 years old. The communism in Cuba was very, very, very brutal. I'd rather die in the raft in the sea trying rather than having a government to tell me what to do. It was a journey of 15 long hours. It was a miracle that I'm here, by the way. We had a lot of struggle on the sea. Hi everybody, this is my podcast. I have an accent, so what? Do you have an accent? I sure do. So first episode that I want to talk to you guys is, who the heck am I? I'm Gia Gomez, co-founder of G Property and team leader for the JG Signature team here in the beautiful Central Florida. So this is new to me, but I want to definitely share with you guys what it is that's in Gia's mind, what it is to have an accent, and most of all, what it is to win in life. And this has been a dream of mine for a long time, and it's finally coming true. So can't wait to invite you to subscribe, because we're going to have a lot of good subject, a lot of information, and a lot of guests of mine that will love to share the entrepreneurship journey. So who the heck am I? Well, like I said, I've been in real estate for 16 years, co-founder of a fast-growing real estate here in Florida, with 5 locations so far: Melbourne, Tampa, Miami, Kissimmee, and a bunch of other ones that I cannot find or remember. But so happy to be here. Again, like I said, it's new to me, so bear with me, bear with my nervous, but I promise you guys I'll get comfortable and we'll be able to share within each other things of life, right? So I want to go back into my early years. I'm an immigrant from Cuba. I came from Cuba when I was 10 years old in a raft. It's funny because a lot of people don't know that story, and I noticed that there was a need that I needed to share with so many people that I can inspire and they can see that there's a way to success. So I'm not being lucky, I'm being blessed to be able to bless other people and to be successful. But the reason that is so is because of that early journey in my life. So 1993, I was 10 years old, and my father, the communism in Cuba was very, very, very brutal. And he said, I'd rather die in the raft in the sea trying rather than having a government to tell me what to do or have to live my life. And that's when he put me and my little brother, at that time he was 4, in a raft, and it was a journey of 15 long hours. And it was a journey. It was a miracle that I'm here, by the way. We had a lot of struggle on the sea, but thanks to God, we were that miracle to make it to this land of the opportunities. So I noticed that a lot of people will come to me and say, "Oh, I love your accent. It's so exotic." And to be quite honest, I never thought I had an accent until they started noticing. The one thing I do, though, I change people's, sometimes name, and I say the wrong pronunciation, with my husband tells me all the time. So I knew that there was a niche, and a lot of people see the glam, the success of Gia, but I needed to calm down and show you guys who am I, and that there's so much to conquer. There's a need for inspiration and there, motivation. So I would love to, if I motivate you just a little tiny, my life was worth living for, like I said, right? So this podcast, it's especially that, what are the things that inspire women, especially entrepreneur women that are trying to make a living, women that society tells them how to be, what they need to do, how perfect we need to look, how we need to dress, how we need to speak, and how perfect we need to look. And guess what? Along the time, I'm 38 right now, notice that it's all the contrary. The more vulnerable I know that people see me, or they see me through, the more I get that magnetic attachment to people, and that's when I noticed that we needed that connection. And that's where this amazing idea from my social media extraordinaire, Leticia, she's from Brazil, put all this together, and I'm like, let's go for it. So I'm super, super, super excited. Like I mentioned, probably like 20 or 30 times already, right? But that's the beauty of this, that we can say whatever we need to say as long as you guys see me through it. So that story was already many years ago, and grew up in the United States, obviously from 10 and on. And even though I was 5 years in Miami, never really learned how to speak, I guess, English well, because guess what? In Miami, they really don't teach you how to speak English until you get out of Miami, because all the teacher would speak to me in Spanish. And that's when I guess my accent grew up, because I was in fifth grade. But they did everything Spanish. I was always in the second language, studies. So that I guess English did not got perfected until we moved to Chicago for a year and it was too cold. Then we came back to Orlando for my senior year. And then I noticed I learned the English the proper way, we could say. God knows, because it's been so many years and I still learning. So the sad thing and the joke that we talk about is like, yeah, you're not even our perfect in Spanish or English because of that. But that's the beautiful thing about this country, that gave us the opportunity to build and to be whoever we want, and as raw and as imperfect we can be. So that's why I'm so excited to tell you guys all that I have an accent. So what, right? To embrace it. So right after I graduated from high school, I went to college for business. Met this amazing guy, which is the broker of the company, my husband. We've been married for 20 years. This September is going to be. And it's been an amazing journey. But we both didn't finish college. And I said he was going to school to be a journalism. And he was in a rock band for 10 years. And I told him, you're going to be starving trying to be a celebrity. And I need a businessman. The Cuban mentality. I don't know. We're kind of like brought up in that, with that little chip. And I think the reason is because of that, the survivorship. It has to do with what we were exposed. What we need to learn to be grateful in such a land of opportunity. So we got married, and right before I got married, I'm like, wait, let me go back. I was like, he was a salesperson in his brother's company. It was a cell phone telecommunication company. And I was like, I want to marry this guy, but the speed that we're going, we're probably going to be here for a long time trying to be a musician. So he was going to school for journalism, and I told him, hey, why you don't ask your brother to help you to open your own cell phone store? And he was like, huh? I'm like, yeah, get me an appointment with him. And he actually did. And I was this young girl, 20 at that time, super nervous. And obviously his brother was, a well-known businessman in the Hispanic community here in Central Florida. And I told him, listen, your brother wants to open his own cell phone store. What the steps that he need? And he sure did. He gave me all the steps, and I wrote him down. We wrote him down. And I'm like, I'm going to help this dude get his freaking cell phone store. And in 6 months, Jeremy Gomez had his first cell phone store. And 6 months later, he married me. And I was like, yay, first goal done. We were trying to juggle within school, he going for journalism, me going for business. And it was a little rough at that moment. And we were making money. The store, in less than a year, we already had 3 cell phone stores. So it was doing very well. We noticed our niche. We noticed that there was more for that. And that's where the passion for us of being entrepreneur hit, right? And me being that solid rock for him. Come on, let's do it. You can do this. And we did that for 3 years. And the business was amazing. And we sold it, and when we got into real estate. And as soon as we got into real estate, the market went down. And we were 22, 23 at that time, had many houses and stuff, and we lost it. We went through the process. But that gave us an opportunity, and we became very, very well in short sale and modifications and all that. And we actually made it. And we've been in real estate for 16 years. Being able to adapt, to help, and to build the amazing rock star that we have in our company. And it's being an amazing joy. Besides that, we're good in sales, we're good in training. The most gratifying part of it is seeing them grow, not believing them at first, and then building them. And for the last, I would say, 6 years, we have been able to build and create six-figure earners, and is the most amazing accomplishment of my career. Not only us being successful, but create other people and find their niche and actually be good at it. And right after all that, and right after all of this, it's been my journey to start other ventures, as this one right now, exposing myself, being more open, and actually tell people the story, and tell so many people that they can do it, especially women. It's been my passion, it's been my calling for the last, I would say, 6 to 7 years, to motivate many out there that sometimes single moms, as well, that they don't know that they can do it or what are the next steps. So we're big in recruiting, but the most biggest part that we are, it's in building people from the inside out, and is the most, flourishing thing in the part of the business, seeing them win, and seeing them, create. It's very, very gratifying. So having said that, that's why I was like, there's something that we need to do beyond this. And it's connecting everything. Everything is real estate. There's a connection with the real estate, lifestyle, motivation. That's the path I've been wanted to do, is the calling that we've been doing, that I discovered with being a realtor and a real estate owner in that sense, is to build those others. And that's what this podcast is. I want to bring other women in different, areas, in different markets, that can show you women there, you men there, that don't have a way, or don't think you're capable of. People that came from anything, like I said, came from a very small town in Cuba called Guantanamo, and never thought that I would make it here. Not only make it, but being a blessing to many around me, right? And that's what I would love to share each and every moment that we're going to do this podcast, is to bring guests with different areas, different genres, different mentalities, but everything with one goal. And one goal is to win in life. I think there's so much negativity around us, that this is something healthy to give you a light, a hope, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. That does not matter how dark our day is, that there's always a light. That doesn't matter how hard the storm is, the sun has to come, right? And that's definitely the goal of this. And I would love to get and reach up to 1 million to 1 billion women in the world, that we can all connect and we can all collaborate. I was reading today a beautiful quote that said that collaboration is the new currency. And collaborating with people around us to win in life, I think, is the most satisfying gift that us individuals have. Many industry, we tend to hide, or we tend to keep our secrets or our gold. And I think is the most abused, or the most ununderstanding gift that we can do. At the contrary, I can make a cup of coffee and my partner try to do the same thing, and to me will not come out. They will both be different, because even if people have the same formula, that we all have different path, and that's what makes it so different, right? So I was like, let's make something that people will relate. It's kind of like, it's a jokey way. I have an accent, so what? Because I got tired of people making fun of me, including my husband, all the time. We're talking, and he's like, "Do you mean this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." But yeah, I know what you meant. So then what's the point of pointing it out, right? But I think that is a beautiful thing, that even regardless, my words are not coming out, he understands what I'm saying. And I hope that you guys do too. And there's a connection there, because it does come from a good place. It comes from a place of helping other. It comes from a place of inspiring other, and definitely have each other back. If we do that, this world will be definitely a better place. And I would love to do that. I would love to erase all those paradigms. I don't know, paradigms, right? Right there. I go with a big fuck up. Sorry. But a line between everything within our what is right, what is wrong. Blur out those lines that tell us or what society is trying to put us in, that we can all blend in and hold each other hand and create a better community, a better city, a better country, and a better race. We have a beautiful thing is that we all are different. And the more we embrace each other with that differentness, right? I think the most beautiful and the most vulnerable we become as human beings. So, yeah, that is what I wanted to share with you guys. Who the heck I am? Who's Gia Gomez? Yes, I am loud. Just like everything that they say, Cuban loud, Cuban art. Yes, we're all that and more. But what I'm more excited for is to connect with my amazing, powerful other women that I can bring here, and we can just relax, have some tea, somehow water, whatever we want to drink at that moment, and really show our soul, really show what is the purpose that we all have in this earth. And I think the most deceiving thing, that we need to live a perfect life. At the contrary, I think we need to live a life that would complete us all. And at the end of the day, not what our parents told us to live or what our older brother or older sister told us, or our husband or wife told us to do, but a life that makes sense to us as individual, us as human, that every time we come out and we breathe and we have that fresh air, we're alive and we're happy to be alive. So I'm definitely blessed and honored that God have given me an opportunity to have this platform. Please follow me on all my platform. I will really appreciate it, because then I will know that there's something in there, and I would love to share more, and I would love to open up more, right? And inspire somebody today. We never know how many of you probably think that today is your last day or there's no way out. And I do want to tell you that there's a better place for each one of us. We just have to keep seeking and keep embracing our rottenness, our difference, our humanity, right? So love you guys. Can't wait to see you for our next podcast. And any questions or concern, write it down. I'll answer it. My lighting, my hair was on point. Let me know. I'm not being able to check. I'm looking over my mirror, but let me know, okay? Love you guys. Stay tuned, because I'll be bringing my first guest. I'm super excited. It's another person that inspired me. She's a CEO and chief of content for a known magazine here in town, Creative. Super funny. She's a journalism, and she has such an amazing resume of knowledge. That's what I love about her, because there's so much that we can talk with this woman, but I want to go inside of her, what motivates her, what pushes her, and we will be doing this together. So stay tuned.